Okay, so page 92, and it is 10, 10, 18. So here's our formula. And in math, formulas are just general things. They're general things because you have a formula that should work for every single parabola, right? Well, this is a parabola in vertex form. And the reason they say it's in vertex form is because you don't need to do the negative b over 2a. The vertex is within the formula. The vertex is actually going to be these two numbers, okay, which is really easy. There's no real hard math to do. So the vertex is already here. The vertex is this h. Okay, that's the vertex. It's this number and this number. Remember, it's got to be the opposite. It's got to be the opposite of that number right there. So the example we did is if I had something like, let's do y equals, let's see, 2 times an x minus 5 squared plus 3. Okay, here's an example. The vertex, we can just glean from the form. The vertex, there's no negative b over 2a to do. There's no plugging it back in. It's just as simple. When it's a vertex form, it's as simple as this. The vertex of this one is simply at 5, 3. That's it. There's the vertex. Opposite the inside, and then that number. Here's my vertex. Now we also know then the line of symmetry. The line of symmetry goes through the vertex, right? It has to go through the vertex. The vertex is that very bottom or very top point. So line of symmetry is just right there. It has to be the x value of the vertex. That makes sense, right? It goes through the vertex. So the line of symmetry would just simply be x equals 5. Okay. And so our formula, the a tells us in the formula whether it's going to be upside down, right side up, or how wide or how short, right? The a is the factor. Is it going to be twice as big as how tall or how skinny or how short it is? And then here's my vertex. Opposite of this number and that number. Super easy, okay? Okay, let's go ahead and look at number 5. Okay, number 5. Find the vertex and the axis of symmetry. Easy, easy. Now there's an invisible number in this one. What's my invisible number?
0.
Yeah, you guys agree? Plus 0, right? So what's my vertex? Yeah, 2, 0. Perfect. Easy, right? And then what's my line of symmetry? LOS. What's my line of symmetry?
2.
X equals 2. You have to put x equals because a line of symmetry is a line. It's a line, so you need an equation. And x equals 2 is a vertical line going straight down, okay? How about number 6? What's the vertex? Negative 8. 0. You guys okay with the 0?
Yeah.
Because there's an invisible plus 0, okay? So far, so good? Okay, now, let's take a look at number, let's do 8, and then we'll move to 9, okay? So number 8 real quickly. Vertex.
6-4.
Everybody agree? Not 6-4. I don't know where that came from, but vertex number 8.
-1.
Oh.
Thank you. It's all good. You must have been looking at a different one, right? Okay, there you go. That seems right. Yeah, for 10, that's totally right. Thanks, Caleb. Line of symmetry, LOS, line of symmetry is x equals -1. Good. Easy, isn't it? I like vertex form. It's a lot less work if something's in vertex form, right? Okay, now, 9. What we can do is take our information of the vertex and we can graph it. So if I had to graph number 9, first of all, what's my vertex? Negative 2, 0 is totally right. So let's go ahead and graph that in there. Negative 2, 0. Yep, totally right. Negative 2, 0 is here. And then instead of doing our 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9, right? Instead of our 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, we're just going to multiply that by 3, right? Times that by 3, times that by 3, times that by 3. And we would get a steeper graph, right? It's going to be steeper. So from here, from my vertex, right? I go 1, 1, but 3 times as tall. From my vertex, Abraham, give me your phone. Thank you. Cracking down for once a day. All right, thanks. So I'm gonna go 1 and 1, 2, 3. I'd go 2, 4, but 2, 12 is gonna be off my page, right? But luckily, we have a line of symmetry, right? Got a line of symmetry, goes right through the vertex, which helps me find another point. And all you really need in a parabola are 3 points. All you need, agree? 3 points, as long as you've got the vertex, 3 points is all you need, so we just make it kind of curvy. There you have, okay? How's that? Okay. So let's 10 real quickly. We can do 10. Caleb, go ahead. What's the vertex? Since you got last time, Caleb, what's the vertex? 6, 4. Everybody agree? Line of symmetry is what?
6.
X equals 6. So 6, 4. I'm probably going to have to change this. My axis is way over here, right? And
It's negative, right?
it's got to be positive because it's the opposite of the inside, right?
No, like the graph is problem.
Oh, yeah. It's upside down. Totally right. Yes, that's right, Landon. So I'm going to go to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then it is going to be upside down. Yep. Upside down because of the negative. And it's going to be 1/4 as tall. So instead of 1, 1, it's going to be 1, 1/4. 2, 4. What's a fourth of 4? 1. So instead of doing our 1 squared, our 2 squared, our 3 squared, we're going to then take a fourth of it times 1/4 times 1/4 of that times 1/4 of that upside down, right? So 1 squared is 1 and a fourth of that would be 1/4. So I'll estimate 1/4 is maybe there and maybe there, right? 2 squared is 4, but a fourth of that is going to be 1. So over 2 down 1, right? Yeah. Okay. 9/4 is 2 and a fourth. 1, 2 and a fourth, and 1, 2, 3 and a 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2 and a fourth, and it's pretty wide. Okay, pretty simple. All right, I've got, I think, one more thing to do, and we're going to do it. Let's do number 11, and we'll be finished. Okay. Okay. Here's our original graph. Let's see if I can graph this. Okay. Vertex. Where's my vertex of 11? It is going to be at -1 and -1, right? 3 times as tall. Okay, so let's graph that in. All right.
Yeah, I'm lost a little bit.
Okay, I'll hold you. So here's f of x. Let's just graph f of x only, okay? Forget about the second part for now, okay? So let's graph at -1, -1. Okay, there's my vertex.
Wait, why? Oh.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I'm already good.
And we're going to go 3 times as tall, right? 3 times as tall. So 1, 1, I'm going to go 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm okay with 1, 1, but I'm going to go 3 times as tall because of the 3. I'd go 4, 2, 4, but 4, I'll go up 12, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is way up there, way up there. So here's f of x. Here's f of x. Now, what are we going to do? This is the confusing part. With a little luck, I can make it make sense to you. Now, we're going to take this graph, and which way am I going to move it?
Left.
I'm going to move it left. How many? 2. Good, because it's the opposite. So we're going to take this graph, and we're going to move left 2 units. Nice job, Hannah. Yes. So take this graph, and all we're going to do is take it back 1, 2, right? And do the exact same.
Then why wasn't it just written like that?
Right. So they're saying if you took this graph and you moved it back to, so what's the new equation? Well, the new equation is this. It is going to be a g of x equals 3. Now, we moved it back 1, and we're going to move it, watch carefully, okay? We moved it back 1 originally, we moved it back 2 more, so this is going to be a x plus 3. Okay, I'll say it again. We moved it back 1 originally, and then we took it 2 more. So look, we're at 1, 2, 3, aren't we at 3? And then minus 1. So all we did is we made the translation inside. All I did is we had to move. I just added the 2 on the inside. That's all I did is I added the 2 on the inside, and there it is.
They're all my.
Yes. So I'm going to stop there. And by the way, good job.